Well, from the food to the game, what can you do to increase your calorie burning and get in shape for the game of life? Well, Sarah Gwynn, certified personal trainer from Pulse Fitness, she's here with some functional fitness ideas, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be really diving into this stuff on Monday after they eat a whole lot. The healthy stuff, I'm sure, right, on Sunday.
Exactly.
So what do you have for us today?
So we're here to talk about functional training. Unfortunately, a lot of us spend a lot of time sitting down, whether it's at work, it's watching the Super Bowl. So we lead pretty sedentary lives nowadays. So it's important that we get ready for the game of life and better prepare ourselves for that sport, the sport of life.
Okay, so how do we do that?
By functional training, and functional training is really a great way to get yourself in shape by using multiple joints, doing different movements that are going to incorporate more than just one muscle group, and really work your body overall.
So that's what functional training is.
Right. Functional training is a very efficient way to train. You're going to burn maximum amount of calories, and you're going to be working multiple muscle groups at once.
Okay, and you brought something today.
I did.
A sandbag.
I brought a sandbag and a kettlebell to demonstrate a couple functional movements, things that we commonly do at the gym and Pulse Fitness, and things that I exercise with my clients.
Okay, and before we get started, these are things that you can get at any sporting goods store?
Right, you can get them at sporting goods stores, online, they're accessible anywhere.
Okay, show me how it's done.
Okay, so for example, you're at home and you want to pick your kid up and lift them up, and you want to be able to do that without hurting your shoulder or damaging your back. So a very common movement with the kettlebell is to start in a squat position. You're going to stand, raise the kettlebell, and just press it straight up overhead. Things that mimic everyday life movements, like I said, picking up your child.
Okay.
So you come straight up overhead.
And let me have you turn to the side just a little bit and do that again, because I want to see how you're squatting, because it is important not to hurt your back.
Right, you don't want to hurt your back.
That's the most common mistake.
Exactly. So when you come down, a lot of people just want to bend over to pick the kid up, and when you do that, you create a tremendous amount of stress on your lower back.
Okay.
So you want to get down nice and low and keep your chest up. You pick your kid up, you come here, and then you play with
throw them up in the air.
Throw them up in the air. All that kind of stuff.
Let me see how heavy that is.
Sure. 20 pounds.
Before I said, do you want me to try it? And she goes, it's a little heavy. I go, what, you don't think I can pick it up? Maybe not in heels, but how many of these? Oh, see, I already did it wrong, didn't I?
Right. So you want to stick your butt out a little bit more.
Okay, let me not put that towards the
camera.
Come
down in those heels.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So put it out there and lift it up here.
Just like that.
And then if I could, I would lift it over my head.
There you go.
Okay. But I can't, because it is heavy. How many of these should we do a day or in a session?
Well, when you're doing when you're functionally training, you're not training one particular muscle group.
Right.
A lot of people will go to the gym and they'll use the machines, and the machines are great, but at the same time, they're concentrating on only one muscle group. And what do we do in everyday life that only targets one muscle group? Right. We use all different kinds. So when you're doing things like functional training, you want to do it as often as you can. So every time you go to the gym, you should concentrate maybe a little bit more on, standing, doing exercises where you're on your feet and you're moving more, because we sit all day long.
Right.
Why would we go to the gym and sit more?
Exactly, because we're really lazy and we don't want to be at the gym. That's why.
Working out is work.
This guy? It looks like a little suitcase.
Right. This is just a little sandbag. So with the sandbag, it's a great tool to alleviate, if you already have existing back issues and you still want to get to the gym, you want to squat and do different movements, instead of having the bar across your back or that pressure there on your neck, you can use the sandbag.
You're talking about this kind
Right, the barbell.
Right.
So you can just use the sandbag, you hold it out in front, and you can just do your squats like so. You can do, bicep curls, you can do shoulder presses, an overhead press, you can do all kinds of things with them.
And one of the things when I had my little guy, he's 5 now, but I think I even did a Sonoran Living segment where I actually had him and I would squat with him.
Right.
Because depending on how much they weigh, you can squat down, and so
exactly.
Utilize what you have, even if it's a child.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah, I have to try that one off camera and see if I can lift it. I don't want to embarrass myself.